Hello guys, welcome back to the channel for a new Databricks video. Today's video is about Schema Evolution. Schema Evolution automatically resolves mismatches between the source and the target table. For instance, if we add a column to the source table, this change is going to propagate automatically to the target table. Within a merge operation, a single merge operation, we can achieve three things. We can automatically add columns to the target table, we update existing records, and we insert new records to the target table. Having said that, although Schema Evolution is pretty nifty, there is a limitation of what we can achieve. For example, if we rename a column to the source on the source table, or if we drop a column on the source table, then these changes will not be propagated to the target table, so we have to adjust the code. In this example, this is what we are going to do today. But first, let's take a look on the documentation about Schema Evolution. Okay guys, so here is the documentation. Update Delta Lake table schema. Delta Lake lets you update the schema of a table. The following types of changes are supported: adding new columns at arbitrary positions, reordering existing columns, renaming existing columns. However, let's see about Schema Evolution. You can enable Schema Evolution by doing one of the following. Use the option merge schema equals true to a Spark data frame. Use merge with Schema Evolution syntax when we are talking about SQL. Then set the Spark conf Spark Databricks Delta Schema Auto Merge enabled to true for the current Spark session. Enable Schema Evolution for writes to add new columns. Columns that are present in the source query but missing from the target table are automatically added as part of a write transaction. So here is when we have streaming, and here is when we are using batch operations. Automatic Schema Evolution for Delta Lake merge. Schema Evolution allows users to resolve schema mismatches between the target and the source table in merge. It handles the following two cases. A column in the source table is not present in the target table. The new column is added to the target schema and its values are inserted or updated using the source values. A column in the target table is not present in the source table. The target schema is left unchanged. The values in the additional target column are either left unchanged for update or set to null for insert, and this is the syntax in SQL: merge with Schema Evolution into target using source, etc., and then this is the Python version. Let's go into our demo now. Okay, so here in our example we are going to create a source table with this dummy data here and with these columns ID, department value, and date key. And then we are going to create a target table as well with different dummy data, but the IDs, as you can see here, are 4, 5, and 6, and we have different departments, while in the source table we have IDs 1, 2, and 3. So let's see the data in the source table here and the data in the target table. Now, if we merge the data from the source table to the target table, as you will see here, we have merged with Schema Evolution into target table using the source table based on the ID. Now, if we select the data of the target table, you will see that we have 6 records. Now, what's going to happen if we alter the source table and if we add a column name test of type string? Now you can see in the data here you will have a new column name test. Now if we use this Schema Evolution here in the merge statement, it will automatically propagate this column and it will be automatically added to the target table. So let's see the target table here. Select from the target table and you will see the new column here is being added, column name test, to the target table. This is fine, this is perfect, but what happens if we now rename a column or drop a column? let's actually set the table properties, the correct table properties in order to be able to rename a column. Alter table, the source table, rename column test to test2, and alter table, the source table, then we drop column department. Now if we check again the source data, you will see that we have 4 columns. We dropped the department column and test column was renamed to test2. Now when we use Schema Evolution, this is what is going to happen. So merge with Schema Evolution and let's see what the table looks like, what the target table looks like now. So let's select everything from the target table, and you will see that the department column was not dropped and the test column hasn't been renamed. Instead, we added a new additional column, test2, which is not usually what we want, and that's why we have to adjust the code. Okay, so let's move into our example. I'm going to use the old code from the previous video about incremental loads and historical loads and CDF, but here we are going to create a table without CDF enabled. Let's select the data from this table. Let's see what we have. We have 3 records, right? Now on the framework that we developed the previous time, remember here with the merge object and loading the latest changes using date keys and CDF, here I have added a function called modify_columns. We provide the input table before we load the data. And here in this modify_columns function, what I actually do is check for any schema changes. Here you can see we pass the input table, we check if the target table exists, then it's fine. If it doesn't, then we create the target table with the source schema, right? And then we load the output table and then we compare the source columns and the target columns. If the number of columns on the source table and the number of columns on the target table are the same, then we are fine. Then we can proceed with the merge. If it's not, then if we have more columns on the target table, we have to drop a column, any column that is not there in the source table. We can use alter table here, drop columns command to drop the columns that doesn't exist in the source table. But if we have more columns on the source table than the target table, then we create an empty data frame with the schema of the source table, and then we use Schema Evolution. In PySpark is the merge schema option equals true, and then mode append, and we append an empty data frame to the target table with the updated schema. So then we are going to add the new column. In this case, in the first one, we are not going to actually modify the schema because first we need to create the target table. Let's create the target table. As you can see here, the source columns and the target columns are the same. We just load the data, right? So we are loading the data using a simple merge operation. Let's see, the data that we have on the target table is exactly the same with the data that we have in the source table. Now let's actually add a column, a test column on the source table here, and then insert a new record and select the data. So let's select the data again from the source table, select star from the source table. We will see we have a new column added, column test, and a new record, right? So 2 things that we have. If we run the code now with Schema Evolution, we should get automatically the new column added to the target table and also insert the new record. Let's see what happens. So here, if we go back to the code in this modify columns function, here we check. Here the target columns are less than the source column. So we don't go here, we go in the else statement, and here we append an empty data frame first, and then we perform a merge operation, right? So here now let's select everything from the target table, and the target table should reflect the changes. As you can see, we have added the new column and also the new record. But here on now, what is going to happen if we drop the department column, right? Before we didn't, this change wasn't propagated to the target table. So let's see how this code will behave now. Let me drop this column here, and let's see the source data again. So we should not have the department column. Give it a second to run. Okay, so department column has disappeared. Let's run the code here on the serial layer, and see now we have the source columns are ID, value, date key, and test. The target columns are ID, department, value, date key, and test. So the department column here on the target table should have been dropped right after this merge operation. Let's select from the target table what we have, and yes, as you can see, the department column has been dropped. Now this code here, this function here, does not handle if we rename a column on the source table. So for example, here we check only for the length. So if you want, you can alter the code and also check for column names and mismatches between the column names on the source table and the target table. We have done a similar example before in another video in the past, but here you can modify the code and make it and adjust it according to your own needs. This is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and you learned something new. The purpose of this video was to demonstrate that Schema Evolution is not perfect, and there are times that we will need to adjust our code in order to achieve the things that we want. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.